Once the restrictions and curfews finally came to an end in Peru, and I had completed my year with Maxima, I decided it was time to leave Cusco. Now that I had adopted and registered Ukuku as my emotional support animal, we were ready to fly to our next destination in the north of Peru, Iquitos. I was excited to be returning to the jungle and was hoping to meet a guide for an Ayahuasca ceremony. Unfortunately, the city was barren, and it was obviously a tourist Ayahuasca destination before the pandemic, although now I was one of a handful of tourists. I met a young Canadian guy. He was determined to buy a boat and float down the Amazon with his bag of books and filter straw. He spoke no Spanish and knew no self-defense, and initially I was inspired to accompany him. But after several locals laughed at the plan and told him that he would die, I lost faith in the idea. After spending a few days exploring the city for a shaman, to no avail, I was just about ready to give up when I received a call from an old friend from Cusco. She had been apprenticing with plant medicine with an elderly lady in a neighboring village and invited me to visit. I had never heard of Nauta, but I quickly learned it is the only other town connected to Iquitos by road, so Ukuku and I took the 1-hour bus out to Nauta.
Buenas.
My friend greeted us and took us back to her teacher's house out of town. along the banks of the river. There we stayed for nearly a week, walking barefoot along the river and into the jungle, picking and eating fruit from the trees as we went. It was my jungle paradise.
No, the waves.
At the house, a chief from a local village invited me to come and meet his village and see how they lived. We took the boat down the river, where I was led through the rainforest and ate lunch with them before tiring myself out by playing soccer with the kids.
Sí.
I feel really lucky to have had the opportunity to meet and experience a large family like this in the jungle.
Here you go. Keep going.
My friend's teacher also connected me with one of the local shamans, an elderly lady farther into the jungle. She looked older than most people I'd ever met, and her Spanish was worse than mine, as she spoke her indigenous mother tongue from the jungle, Shipibo. The day before our ceremony, I had a kambo ceremony with an old Polish man who had been living on the retreat for years. He burnt me 7 times with a match, peeled off the skin and applied the kambo, which is a frog toxin. I had 2 liters of water before the ceremony, and then spent the next few hours vomiting it all back up. I was sweating like crazy and dizzy, and I felt like I was dying, vomiting colors I don't remember eating. The following night, I returned from my Ayahuasca ceremony, and at 7 p.m., the shaman Matilda, her nephews and myself entered the Loreto. I remember taking the shot of Ayahuasca, and then Matilda blowing out the candle. After that, I laid down and tried to accept death and embrace whatever came. My experience was not a breakthrough epiphany, nor an overwhelming nightmare, but a joyful composition of sensations and noises and emotions as I listened to the rain and all the animals in the jungle and Matilda singing Ukuku. After my ceremony, it was time to return to Iquitos and on to the next country, Colombia.